Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, and hello everyone. Today we're making a breakfast recipe called Shakshuka, which is very famous in a lot of restaurants around Lahore where I used to live. It's a North African breakfast recipe and I absolutely love it. Didn't come out the way I wanted to, but I'm not gonna make it again, so let's go towards the ingredients. Shakshuka. The ingredients for shakshuka are 1 onion, we're going to finely chop it. 1 red bell pepper, we are going to finely chop it as well. 5 or 6 mushrooms, we're going to slice them. 1 jalapeno, you can use green chilies if jalapeno is not available. It's totally optional. All these 3 ingredients are totally optional. I'm just adding them because I want to make something different and I'm heavily inspired by Chef John's recipe. 4 eggs, can of crushed tomatoes, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of red chili pepper. So that's it. These are all the ingredients that we're going to use in shakshuka. So let's move towards cutting our vegetables and then we'll start cooking it. So just like always, we are going to start by adding some oil in the pan. As soon as the oil heats up, we're going to add our mushrooms and onions and we're going to cook them until the mushrooms become brown. So we're going to add salt in it. As soon as we add salt in it, it's going to start caramelizing and cooking quickly. Both the onions and the mushrooms are quite a bit cooked. It's time to add our red bell pepper. Just added the jalapeno. We're going to cook both of these things until they're a bit softened. It's time to add the rest of the spices because I want them to cook with all of this with the bell pepper as well. Start off with paprika, cumin powder, turmeric, and some red chili powder. We're going to mix everything and let it cook until both the jalapenos and the bell pepper is softened. It's time to add our crushed tomatoes from a can. We're going to simmer that mixture for around 20 minutes. Let the tomatoes come to a boil, then we're going to add a splash of water and simmer it on low or medium heat for around 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, we're going to add eggs to it. We're going to add a splash of water to it. Give everything a mix. Now we'll let this simmer for around 20 minutes and then we'll come back to it. So it's time to add the eggs. So what we're going to do is make some holes in our pan for the egg. I'm adding 4 eggs. Now here is a trick that Chef John taught. That was to put your eggs in a ramekin or a small bowl before pouring it to the shakshuka mixture. You don't want to directly crack your eggs onto them. So let's see how much this works out for me. Now we're going to put some salt and some black pepper. Cover the pan with the lid. We're going to keep on checking our shakshuka again and again. I'm not going to cook the eggs all the way to a hard-boiled consistency. I'll keep them a little bit soft and runny. Let's wait for them to cook while checking on them again and again. So as you can see, the shakshuka is ready. It's time to take it off. And we're going to wait for it to cool down. I didn't want egg whites to interrupt all of it, but I think the whites were more in volume. That's why this just spread everywhere, but I'm going to go ahead with it like this. So we're going to decorate this with some chopped cilantro or parsley, whatever you want. or whatever you prefer. And some feta cheese. If you like this recipe, don't forget to press like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button for constant recipe notifications, and don't forget to share it with your friends and families. I'll see you with another recipe pretty soon. Until then, it's goodbye.